Hey there everybody, Thomas Wood with ValueCharts.com. We're going to go ahead and take a look at crude oil. Today is Friday, September 25th. Now what we're actually going to look at today are the cycles using the cycle finder. So let me get rid of the VBT really quick so you can kind of focus on the cycles. And what we're looking at here is a 5-minute crude chart, and we're looking at, first thing we want to identify is a trend, okay? So if we look at our highs, we have a higher high here compared to here, and then we have a higher low compared to there. So we have a higher high, higher low trend. So that means we're in an uptrend. If we're in an uptrend, we want to take long cycles or bullish cycles. So we look here, and as of this point, the cycle finder changes to an upcycle. So we get an upcycle, we stay in an upcycle all the way up until right here, okay? And then we cross back to a down cycle. So you have a nice long, first thing this morning, you get long, you're in it all the way up until it starts to pull back down, then you're out right around 46. So you had about a 60 cent move. Then what happens is we come down, we put in a lower low here compared to this low, and then we bounce back up, and we put in a lower high. And if you look at our cycle finder, as soon as we were bouncing back up, while we were bouncing back up, we were staying in a down cycle. So our blue line on the cycle finder was staying below the zero line. So when we break the previous bar's low, that gives you another entry for a short. That means you could have been selling right here at about 45.74. Your cycle shifts back down once again. You ran into a little bit of support on that down move from this trend line right here that had been going across, these lows. You actually poked through it just a hair. So we ran into this trend line, which would have been your first target. It bounces back up, puts in another lower high, drops back down, puts in another lower low. Bounce back up, puts in another lower high, drops back down, puts in another lower low, or is potentially putting in another lower low. But the difference between this lower high here and this lower high here is our cycle. On this one, the one that would have made a very nice trade that would have taken you 15 minutes to be in from 70 and out at 20, so about $500 a contract, would have taken you 10 minutes to get there, or 15 minutes to get there. And the reason this one's so much better is because our cycle is very, very deep. Now this one, it dropped about 20 cents, 30 cents. However, our cycle was just changing back to a down cycle on the drop, okay? So it was not as strong a signal because it was not already previously in the down cycle. So keep an eye on your cycle changes. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about how to trade the cycle finder indicator, intraday and end of day for swing trades and for scalping, we have a workshop coming up on September 30th. You can get that by going to valuecharts.com/cycle. valuecharts.com/cycle. You can get signed up. It's on September 30th. You'll get the indicator as well as the workshop. So that's all I have for you for today. Make sure you keep an eye on the cycles throughout the day as you're trading. It can be a big advantage to keeping you on the right side of the market. And until next time, happy trading.